you guys, Atlanta was such a big thorn in your side this past year. Just how do you navigate kind of those feelings as you get ready for week one?
Yeah, I mean, it's a new season. Doesn't matter what we did last year. It doesn't matter what's happened here in the past. Week one is week one of this year. We're just looking to go 1-0. Obviously, yeah, Atlanta, we went 0-2 against them last year, so it'd be awesome to go down there week one and get a win.
How much like throughout the kind of the dog days of summer where it's just like the endless practices, do you have in your mind kind of that week one opponent, or do you not look at it that way?
I just try to take it a day at a time, but it is nice going into, meetings now and watching something other than our own defense. It's been awesome to kind of game plan for Atlanta or get into that and start, breaking down some tape and stuff like that. Yeah, we've had all camp to work together. Really proud of where we're at. I think we're ready to go for week one. Communication's been good. Sorry, I'm trying to focus. No, communication's been good. Just working on small details. Differences in game planning for Atlanta now is really the focus. But I think we built a good foundation heading into the season in camp with the guys we have out there.
What's it like to flip this? It's not getting a lot of action in preseason games, at least. And then coming today, it's week one, ready to go. It's live.
Yeah, it's definitely a new thing for me, obviously, because just having last year I played in every preseason game, but it's just it's part of the NFL. It's a long season, so coaches have to be smart about when you go in and when you don't. So just as a player, I've got to be responsible for my preparation and making sure when I get out there for play one of week one, I'm ready to rock. Just mentally, I think. When you've got so much going on in your mind, I think I've calmed my mind down a lot, and just be able to think more clearly and think about the fundamentals and technique I want to execute, not just making sure where everyone is and where everyone needs to go, and being able to actually excel in my play, and I think that all comes from being able to quiet your mind and just go out there and play football.
How have you learned to quiet your mind, or is that really just a matter of experience?
It's just repetition. You've seen defense. You've seen all the looks to all the different plays we run, and so you know how to target things. You're not sitting there, kind of wondering and going through your head. Like you see something, and for the most part, you know what to do, and it's just repetition. You can get everyone on the same page quicker, think about things, process quicker, and then you're ready to go.
Now that you've been through an entire training camp, from your perspective, what's the biggest change from Cohen offense to Grizzly?
Yeah, like I said, it's earlier. It's fundamentally the same, but just different styles of play callers. I think as we get into the season, you'll kind of see that. It's just it's two different play callers. It's got two guys who have two different do different opinions on certain things, what they like to run, what they don't. And I think you'll see subtle differences as we go through the season. But like I said, fundamentally pretty similar.
Was it Grizz that I read somewhere that he was one that kind of identified that you guys were really good with gap running?
Mm-hmm.
Was that him that did that, and how can you kind of see that maybe helping you guys take even greater step forward?
Yeah, I mean, I just give that credit to our entire offensive staff. Every offseason you do, I'm sure they do this everywhere, is you break down, your run schemes and where you were most efficient. And, anyone outside this building can break down our run tape and know that we were more efficient in a gap blocking scheme. We were most efficient in a gap blocking scheme as an O-line. So just, knowing that's one of our strengths and we've got to play to our strengths and continue to bring our weaknesses up and close that gap. But, yeah, absolutely. I mean, Carbs, Grizz, Brian Picucci, all those guys heavily involved in the run game and have really helped us improve as a team.
It seemed like that recognition that Grizz had was in season last year because you guys seemed to utilize more of it down the stretch. Like, how did that help you guys, I guess, forge your identity as an offense, knowing that you can rely on that?
Yeah, I just think we're a physical, violent O-line, and we knew that, between the tackles, we can get a lot of displacement and, move guys and make lanes for Bucky and Rashad and tuck, but we're so fortunate to have 3 backs who can, find space where there is space. Like we always talk about in our room, we, rarely, if ever, in the NFL is a play blocked perfectly and then the perfect gap is open. So it's like having guys that can find the space is really helpful. It makes us look pretty good at our jobs.
You guys are pretty good at your jobs, too, for the record.
We'll see.
All right, thank you guys.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
Yep.